Oh, I'm about to blow your mind on the next one, Will. Woman in China went to doctor about a hurt ankle only to be told she was born a man.
Shouldn't laugh at this, but
Whoa. See, you were unprepared for that. You go
What
to
a
the doctor,
headline.
you got a sore ankle. They're like, excuse me, miss, you're actually a man. I guess there was some sort of, at birth, she was switched. She was both, and they had to pick one or the other sex, and they go with female, but then she couldn't get pregnant, and she thought that was an issue. She had tried to get pregnant for 12 months, and wasn't happening. I mean, she didn't have certain components like a uterus and things like this, but just have been. But who would know? You wouldn't know. The external genitalia was female. So you wouldn't know,
Oh.
I got no uterus in there. Well, you would know because you didn't have the menstrual cycle. You would know that. But some other people, she says she didn't look into that because it was embarrassing. But like some people have issues with that exclusively, or not necessarily alongside having been born the alternate sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to get at here?
Oh, this is a
25-year-old
weird
woman.
turn of events.
A 25-year-old woman in eastern China who failed to fall pregnant after 12 months was shocked to discover she was actually born male. Stumbled upon this discovery after an x-ray of her injured ankle was taken at a hospital in her hometown. The x-ray revealed that her bones had not developed past the age of adolescence. Doctors further probing uncovered the fact that Ping Ping, that's not the real name. They used it in this article to protect the identity. South China Morning Post coming through again, by the way. When I was young, my mom took me to the doctor. Doctor said I was developing slower than others. Wow.
What she did?
After I grew up, I found this issue quite embarrassing, so I didn't treat it seriously. During a visit to an endocrinologist at the hospital, Ping Ping said, my husband and I have been trying to have a baby for a year, although it's been in vain. Is that also related to my bone age? Test results indicated she had suffered high blood pressure, low blood potassium. So there were some other issues as well involved. But once they did the genetic test, they were like, you know what? There's more to the story here. You were actually born a male. And now she's having difficulty figuring out how to live or which one to live as. Had lived an entire life to that point, female, had a husband, and then found out at this point later in life, actually, that's not what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
You are so confused right now. You have no response to this. Imagine you go for a regular doctor's appointment and they're like, actually,
Yeah.
you had it wrong all along. You had it wrong
You
this
fixed my
whole.
ankle though.
Yeah. You had it wrong all along.
That is very shocking. It's like,
Well, first of all, it's not really cool. Like a person should know this or sooner
That's what I'm
than
saying.
later. That's a
25.
lot of angst over this variety of issues. Like, wait, is something going on with me? And then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, it takes some other doctor to do some crazy probe to figure out the situation. But I'm guessing they probably tried to hide it to make things easier. They probably were thinking that could cause stress at an early, like, I don't know what
Right.
the stress, I'm not saying, definitely at some point you got to figure out without,
yeah.
because now you're talking about bone conditions and other hormonal situations, and that's worse. Not knowing in that case, I would say is worse, but certainly now is going to be some complexity in
She has a husband now.
figuring out how you want to go forward with it. Because the choice is up to her or him or whatever it is that they choose to do at this point. Crazy stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, you see, you never know what's going to show up on Lou later. Well, I can even shock you still these days.